She messaged, "I believe we should probably end things." I caught her off guard by responding, "Sounds good. Your belongings will be out on the doorstep shortly." Her next message was a chaotic frenzy of hold on. That was sarcasm, though mine wasn't. I 31-year-old guy was at my workstation going over financial summaries when the notification popped up. Madison, 28, had been running these mind games for ages, but this marked the climax she never anticipated. I figured perhaps we ought to split up. It's not functioning any longer. I gazed at the screen for about half a minute, neither stunned nor wounded, merely unburdened. She'd been deploying this coercive strategy every couple of weeks, typically after failing to bend me to her will on some matter. The prior occasion was over my inability to skip a workday for her pals' impromptu midweek swim gathering. But now I was finished with the charade. My reply, "Totally, your items will be curbside in 60 minutes. The indicator dots for typing showed up right away. Vanished, surfaced once more. Then an onslaught, "Hold up, seriously." That was in jest. "Honey, I was merely frustrated. Ring me. This isn't amusing. I was gauging your reaction, gauging mine." There was the confession, set my device to mute and dove into tasks, not the financial summaries, the sorting. 2 years of her slowly infiltrating my space without ever declaring it her residence. Time to undo that infiltration began in the lavatory, her assortment of 17 various conditioners, whatever for sheet masks. That pricey hair tool she insisted upon. The cabinet for remedies appeared barren minus her clutter. Excellent. Chamber next. Outfits she'd abandoned for ease, the trinket holder atop my bureau. Those ornamental cushions that offered zero utility beyond complicating rest. The artificial foliage she swore added flair to the space. Parlor area, her exercise rug. The volumes she never cracked open but arranged for visual appeal. The throw that coordinated with the aesthetic yet scratched like grit. The mounted picture of our duo from her relative's nuptials. She appeared stunning. I appeared confined. Spot-on galley, her premium brew capsules. The extractor employed precisely 2 occasions. Elegant stemware for the vintages she sipped solely for social feeds. The convection oven she pleaded for. Utilized once, then griped it hogged surface area. 45 minutes. 6 cartons and 3 refused sacks. Tidy, methodical, primed for retrieval. My device was exploding. 47 overlooked rings. Texts beyond tallying. Messages left unheard until later for amusement. Positioned all on the entryway, dispatched an image, my message all set outside. Kindly retrieve in under 2 hours or it heads to the roadside for charitable collection. You can't proceed like this. I contribute to housing costs. She hadn't. She'd toss in for provisions sporadically. By sporadically, twice across half a year. I'm heading there, we'll discuss. You're exaggerating, it was banter. Banter. Exactly. Like when she casually warned of torching my retro concert shirts because I attended my sibling's pre-wedding event over her office function. Or when she casually announced on socials that she was unattached after I couldn't spring for the luxury bauble she desired. Side-splitting. 20 minutes on. Her vehicle skidded into the approach. She exited prior to full halt. Makeup streaking already. Madison, pounding the entrance, "Let me in. This is madness." Activated the entry surveillance. "Your possessions are out front. Grab them and depart. I'm staying put until we converse. In that case, I'll summon authorities for intrusion. Up to you." She seized the initial carton and hurled it toward my barrier, top-tier behavior, then plopped on the stoop and dialed allies, on loudspeaker, naturally, her mother. "Darling, what's transpiring?" "Mom, he's evicting me over a message." Her mom. "What were the message's words?" Madison. Hesitation. "I possibly implied we should part, but it was playful. Even via the line, the quiet was profound." Her mom. Madison. "Grace. You didn't, it was an evaluation to check if he'd battle for me." Her mom, deep exhalation, "Return home, we'll converse," twist in the tail. Her mom aligned with me, appreciate that. But Madison persisted. "Oh no, that was merely the opener in the privilege performance." Follow-up 1, 3 days on. Madison's desperate outburst was a spectacle. Day 1, rejection. Day 2, fury. Day 3, negotiation laced with pursuit. Initially, the standard I'm expecting claim. Message hit at 2 a.m. Madison. "We must chat. I'm delayed." Delayed how? My cycle, possibly carrying. My response, fascinating. "You've relied on contraception for ages. Plus, no physical closeness in 3 weeks since you deemed me distant. Contraception can falter. Of course. Get tested. Inform me. If confirmed, we'll manage via attorneys. You're truly forcing me solo. You initiated the split, recall. Your call, quiet followed. No surprise, no conception. Then the online barrage shared a teary self-portrait captioned, "When you invest 2 years in another and they discard you like refuse over a mix-up." Her circle flooded the replies. "Males are garbage. You merit superior royalty. His shortfall, darling," yet certain shared acquaintances grasped the truth. My pal Carlos noted, "Weren't you the one ending it with him?" Madison erased the entry in 60 minutes. Next, the ownership ploy. Asserted I withheld her effects I hadn't. Her grandma's heirloom band, never present, a power cord for her device. Mine, cherished keepsakes, specify or cease, funds I owed, for which, fired off one reply. All you'd abandoned was curbside. You lobbed a carton at my entry, then departed with the lot. I've got surveillance clips, cease. Then she ramped to career interference. Yep, she crossed that line. Phoned my workplace feigning to be from my physicians regarding critical lab outcomes. Front desk routed her to my mobile. Identified her tone instantly. My reply, faking health personnel is unlawful, Madison. I required dialogue. This constitutes pursuit. Subsequent outreach routes via counsel. You can't intimidate me. I hold your confidences. Which? That you, your search logs, my sports recaps and recipe clips. Alarming, she disconnected. But the height of presumption arrived at my fitness center. Dawn, 6 a.m. I'm midway through lifts when I spot her chatting with reception. Staff, sir, this lady claims she's your partner and misplaced her access fob. Former partner. Split 4 days prior. She's unauthorized. Sweetie, don't act so cold. My words, she messaged the breakup. I concurred. Now she's trailing me. Guards intervened. She was removed. Access restricted. She wailed about me derailing her wellness path. Woman hadn't stepped foot there once across 2 years of dues I covered. That evening, a ring from her acquaintance Brittany. You ought to reclaim Madison. My query, why? She's crashing on my sofa, weeping nonstop. 4 days in. That's your dilemma, she erred. All test bonds. Stable folks don't. She's hinting at drastic steps. Such as? She purchased a flight to her prior flames locale. Neat. Wishing them joy. You're callous. I'm available. Her doing. The old flame ploy was sheer coercion. She craved my alarm, my pleas to stay, my proof of devotion via spectacle. Rather, I restricted her across platforms and resumed normalcy. Follow-up 2. 14 days on, Madison's descent quickened as ploys fizzled. The prior flame voyage, complete invention. She visited her kin's abode 2 locales distant and shared snaps faking a distant state. Her kin relayed the facts as her kin grew weary of the theatrics, yet she pressed on. Absolutely. She engaged a mindset guide, a pal with a digital certification to summon my return. This guide, Serena, reached out via professional network. Professional network. Serena. Hello, aiding a figure from your history to dissolve adverse aura barriers. Open to a restorative dialogue on pardon? Negative. Resolution aids all involved. Soul advancement. I'm sealed, metaphorically and factually. Restricted. Then Madison pursued the shared contacts route. Began appearing at all collective outings, feigning astonishment at my presence. Board games at Carlos's. Oh, unaware you'd attend. Carlos had messaged her to skip since I'd verified. Quiz evening at the regular tavern. Such serendipity. Broadcast her plans on her feed tail. Shore Ball League Saturday. Fate insists on reunions. I exited, refusing that vibe in my solo hours. Each instance, she'd isolate a guest to vent on our mix-up and my excess response to humor. Attendees began dodging her. Carlos shared she'd trailed various folks at one soiree, rehearsing the tale, amplifying drama per iteration. Take 1, I bantered and he evicted me. Take 5, I voiced emotions and he rendered me adrift. Take 10. He orchestrated it, craved my absence. Likely another female, no alternate female, save my console now commanding more focus amid tranquility. The no-contact mandate loomed when she began lurking at my employment, not within. She'd absorbed that, but exterior, parked in her ride, awaiting midday respite. Brandishing a placard reading, "Let's converse." Guards spotted, personnel department engaged. They proposed alerting law enforcement. I opted for subsequent. Subsequent hit the following day. Placard now proclaimed you can't evade affection. Officials summoned. She received caution. I pursued the no-approach mandate, but even that halted her not at once. She sought loopholes. Mailed via shared contacts. Returned sealed. Prompted her mother to dial. Restricted. Forged online personas. Flagged. Appeared at venues precisely as I departed. Borderline 500 feet. The breaking point. She sought position at my firm. Alternate section. Identical structure. Personnel halted it pronto owing to the mandate. She vowed litigation for bias. Their counsel quashed it swiftly. Via whispers, the fallout emerged. Alienated most associates once the complete account surfaced. Brittany ousted her post-Trent fiasco. Guardians required board contributions for home stay. Commenced counseling. Mandated post-violation. Shed employment. Unlinked to me. Absent post-hearing. The final outreach bid. Correspondence from her counselor. Genuine counselor soliciting aid for her resolution phase. My counsel replied that any healing resolution must proceed sans my role and per mandate terms. Half-year on, existence serene. Courted lightly, no commitments. Concentrated on career. Earned advancement. Gym gains drama-free. Swapped her flair clutter for my preferences. My abode reflects maturity, not a vision collage. Encountered her mother at Provisions Mart recently. Tense, yet polite. Her mom, my regrets for all Nolan, Madison's addressing her issues. My words wishing her progress. Mom, she recognizes her errors, the gauging aspect. I never instilled that. My reply concluded now, advancing. Her mom, you're solid. She possessed value, my correction possessed. Historical, farewell. And that's the tale. She probed our bond by hinting departure. I matched her feint by consenting. She anticipated my struggle, my supplications, my display of commitment through theatrics. Contrarily, I boxed her effects and progressed. The takeaway, when one wields exit threats for control, release them. If retention mattered, threats wouldn't arise. And if evaluation, it's flunked already. My soul lament, delaying it. Those flare cushions truly chafed awfully. Oh, and Madison. Rumor has it she's paired with a fellow who thrives on such bond ploys. They probe one another relentlessly. Sever ties bi-weekly. Ideal pairing, me? Probing solely my fresh grill experiments and if I can top my lift max. Both surpassing her probes ever.